Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for June 24th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair closed up on Friday. It's been moving to the upside over the past couple of sessions. It did open pretty much at the same, didn't really gap much at all. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 181.15, possibly as low as 79.66. Look for some resistance around 80.75. and look for some support around 79.95. Now the Euro USD pair, this pair closed up on Friday. Overall still heading to the upside slowly. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 126.32, possibly as low as 124.56. Look for some resistance around 12600. and look for some support to the downside around the 124.75 mark. Now the pound US dollar pair, it closed down on Friday. We're looking for it overall to be moving up unless we get a break of a trend line, a long-term trend line. We're still looking for it to head to the upside slowly. Now look for this pair to potentially go as high as 156.83, possibly as low as 154.99. Look for some resistance around 156.35 and look for some support around 155.05. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed down on Friday. We are looking for it to potentially go as high and hit some resistance around the 0.9605 mark, possibly heading down, hitting support around 0.9500. Now, there really are no significant news announcements being released until actually Wednesday of this week. Let me show you what I'm looking for during this next session, though. We've had a pullback, basically. If we look long term, we've headed to the downside, pulled back significantly, but we're right at a point at which a decision appears to be being made. Basically, if you tag the low of the low, and we're at the low on Friday. Even though we closed up, you can see we bounced off of here. Now we're right at it, closed down. If we get a break of this trend line by any significant means, a close below it, say we close right in here, at that point it's probably a good time to look for this pair to move lower. Now if we drop down to a lower time frame, we could probably get even a better view of this. You notice that we did gap. It was very little, but we did gap at the open. It has not retraced that gap. Odds are that it will retrace. So during the market action, look for that to turn around to some degree before we get an exit. But as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, we have somewhat of a head and shoulders formation, and breaking that neckline would be fairly close to our long-term trend line. If we zoom out even more, maybe go up to the hour time frame, we can get a little bit, tighten this up just a little bit, get an idea of what we're looking at here. Let's zoom back in. So now our long-term trend line, drawing from the very low several sessions back, we tagged it once, twice now, and we have, like I said, somewhat of a head and shoulders formation forming. So look for this to be broken. Basically, look for the, let's get a price on this, 125.26 mark. I do believe it will crash down to the 12500 mark very, very quick. There's about 25 pips there that could be grabbed off of that. So that's what I'm looking for during this next session with the Euro USD. Watching it, seeing if it will break through that area and push lower. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.